what the black man and woman needs to know about the nation, about the world, about themselves. Muhammad Speaks It. To order your 12-issue subscription to Muhammad Speaks newspaper, 313-371-7033. 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie is the grand champion of all bean pies. The rich flavor and smooth texture takes this pie to a whole new level of delicious. One bite and you'll understand why people all over the country call daily to order Kareem Bean Pie. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie.
This bean pie is delicious.
Muhammad Speaks presents Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Teachings by Minister Khalil Shabazz every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 12609 East McNichols Road in Detroit.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Soul Masters, dear gentlemen, in which we now live, the alone that we serve, and the alone seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou spell thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is earth to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is that true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We'd like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that extended us the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. We have Brother Captain Hakeem and the believers in Richmond. And we have Brother Mustafa and Sister Sharice Ali from Ohio. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and in the name of his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Today we'd like to talk about who are we? Tribe of Shabazz or tribes of Israel? Because we live in a time where the teachings of the messenger, they trying to bury it. All the hypocrites and the disbelievers teaming up together to try to bury the teachings of the messenger. Because if we look at today, this is the easiest time to spread the teachings of the messenger. You can go on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can be in Detroit and share something that people in Florida will see in 5 minutes. People in Texas. People in California. People who you don't even know. We don't have to print flyers and do all of the leg work so much as we can in this day with the social media. But when you look at social media, Israelites is everywhere. They're everywhere, but Muslims ain't nowhere. If Muslims are somewhere, they misrepresent. That's right. You got these fake Muslims that go out exercising with women all in the thing, while you a brother acting like you following the teachings of the mess. You got on shorts and sleeveless shirts on. Acting like you representing the message. That's what Muslims do. That's how Muslims use social media. You know, I'm going to get on and go to the karaoke spot. Now I'm going to say I have my FOI pen on at the karaoke spot. Or I'm going to go to Rick Ross car shop. While all the Israelites dogging Islam and taking what the messenger taught and adding it to the Bible. But let's start with the messenger. Because we want to know, who are we? Are we the tribe of Shabazz, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught? Or are we the tribes of Israel, like the Israelites taught? Or like how they teach? This comes from the November 24th, 1956 Pittsburgh Carrier. And it's called Know Thyself. The messenger says, it is knowledge of self that the so-called Negroes lack. That which keeps them from enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. And this belongs to them divinely, as much as it does to other nations of the earth. That's the message. He is the one who equated our lack of knowledge with us not having freedom, justice, and equality. Yes, sir. Nobody made the connection before the message. We got to make it for all of these new school Israelites and all of this stuff that's going on today. While the black man was trying to fight for social equality, the messenger taught us that it's our lack of the knowledge of self that causes us to suffer and not enjoy freedom, justice, and equality. He said this knowledge of self belongs to us divinely. That was the message. Wasn't no Hebrews and no Israelites and no black Jews teaching this to the black man. It was the message. Yes, sir. This knowledge of self is ours divinely. Yes. Then he goes on to say, he says, it is Allah God's will and purpose that we shall know ourselves. Therefore he came himself to teach us the knowledge of self. Yes, sir. Another fact. Messenger taught us that God came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, July 4th, 1930. He came to Black Bottom, Detroit, seeking to save that which is lost. The black man was lost. He was completely robbed of a knowledge of self. So the messenger taught us that the black man is half dead. We physically alive, but we mentally dead. We mentally dead and robbed of a knowledge of self. This knowledge that we was robbed of belongs to us divine. But we have been robbed. So he said our last will is for the black man to know this knowledge. So this is why he came himself to teach us the knowledge of self. Then the messenger goes on. He says, who is better knowing of whom we are than God himself? That's another fact. Because all the Israelite niggas, when I posted this in their groups, the first thing these niggas say is, where's it at in the Bible? We got to make it clear. It ain't in the Bible. It ain't in the Quran. That's why God came. God knew we robbed of a knowledge of self. This knowledge belongs to us divine. So God had to come to give us this knowledge. Yes, sir. And who is better knowing than Allah? He the best know. The Bible ain't the best know. We've been had the Bible since 1611. They used the Bible to rob us of a knowledge of self. Yes. The Bible. The messenger said. John Hawkins stole a boatload of black people and brought them to Jamestown, Virginia in 1555. He said when John Hawkins brought our foreparents here, he treated them pretty nice. Then he said when our foreparents began to have babies, John Hawkins killed the parents and kept the babies. This is how John Hawkins robbed us of a knowledge of self.
Yes, sir.
So the messenger said that after John Hawkins robbed the black man of the knowledge of self, he said John Hawkins put us in physical slavery. He said, but King James put us in mental slavery.
That's what he thought.
That was all no good King James. The messenger said the white man wrote the Bible to hide the truth from the black man.
Yes, sir.
He said when King James wrote or whatever word you want to use, wrote or translated, when King James wrote or translated his Bible, the messenger said he wrote it in a language that a slave would not understand. This is how we was robbed of a knowledge of self and put in mental slavery. Because the Bible is written in a language that a slave would not understand. So this is why God had to come himself to make sure the job got done.
Yes, sir.
To teach us this sacred knowledge that belongs to us divine. So the messenger goes on. He says, who is better knowing of whom we are than God himself? He says he has declared that we are descendants of an Asian black nation and of the tribe of Shabazz. That's the black man. He didn't just say we are members, or he said he has declared that we are descendants of an Asian black nation. What do that mean? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he defined who we are. The white man robbed us of a knowledge of self. And the white man began to rename stuff that already had a name.
Right.
The black man had a name. We from the tribe of Shabazz. But the white man renamed us. He renamed us Negroes. He renamed us colored people. He renamed us Jenkins, Jackson, Jones, and Culpeper. He renamed the earth. He renamed the continents. He renamed the countries. He renamed everything. But the messenger said, Allah declares that we are from the Asian black nation and of the tribe of Shabazz. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that the whole earth was called Asia. The nigga Israelite. Where could I find? It ain't in the Bible. It ain't in the library. That's why God had to come. And who is better knowing of who we are than Allah? So Allah taught us through his message that the whole planet Earth was called Asia. That's why we are the Asiatic black man from the tribe of Shabazz. Because the nigga Israelite. They say, what's your nationality? The black man don't have a nationality. We're not from Africa. We're not from Arabia. The messenger said the black man made everything you see.
Yes.
The black man made the earth as a home for himself. So the messenger, God's messenger, told us that the earth belongs black man.
That's right.
So how can we have a nationality when the whole earth belongs to us?
Teach them.
So the messenger said, we are from the Asian black nation and of the tribe of Shabazz. That Asian black nation is the Asiatic black man from the tribe of Shabazz. So the messenger goes on. He said, you might ask, who is this tribe of Shabazz? He says, originally, they were the tribe that came with the earth, or this part, 60 trillion years ago, when a great explosion on our planet divided it into two parts. One we call Earth and the other Moon. We got all the Israelites. It don't say it in the Bible. It don't say it nowhere in the Bible. But the messenger taught. Who is better knowing? Who is better knowing than Allah? And this is what we must keep in mind. Who is better known? Master Farad Muhammad is the best knower. He is the one who knows who we truly are. He is the one who knows what we don't know. And he is also the one who knows what the white man don't know. Let's get into that. Because the messenger says, he says, you might ask, who is this tribe of Shabazz? Originally, they were the tribe that came with the earth, or this part, 60 trillion years ago, when a great explosion on our planet divided it into two parts. One we call Earth and the other Moon. Let's get into that. Simple Google search. Do scientists believe the moon is part of the earth? It says yes. Scientists widely believe the moon originated from material ejected from Earth after a colossal impact with a Mars-sized body they call Theia, making it in essence a transformed part of Earth's early self. This the white man. So the white man recognized that the earth is part, or the moon is part of the earth. The way they come up with the reason why. It says scientists widely believe the moon originated from materials ejected from Earth. So when they coming up with their theory, they're like, now we don't know what happened. But from what we put together, this part right here was ejected from this part. That's what we do know. We don't know how, but we know that somehow this part right here was ejected from the earth. So they said, after a colossal impact with a Mars-sized body they called Theia, making it in essence a transformed part of Earth's early self. So from what they can come up with, because Allah is the best knower.
Yes.
Remember that. Who is better knowing of who we are than Allah?
That's right.
So they think that it was a Mars-sized like rock that hit the earth and caused all of this material to go out, and that's what we call moon. It says this giant impact hypothesis explains why the moon's composition matches Earth's crust and mantle. So they have a hypothesis. They know that the moon was once part of the earth. They don't know exactly how it came about, but they know it was something that they say ejected out some kind of way. So in their hypothesis, they say it's a Mars-sized rock hit the Earth, made all this material eject out, and that's what we call the moon today. Now let's go even further than that. Now we want to know, when did scientists discover that the moon was part of the Earth? It says scientists discovered the moon is fundamentally linked to Earth through the gigantic impact hypothesis solidified by Apollo missions in the late 1960s and early 1970s.
Oh my God.
Who is better knowing of who we are than Allah? This article was written November 24th, 1956. This the message. And it says, know thyself. When all these chicken-hearted niggas from Israel United in Christ, ISUPK and the rest of these chump niggas was in the synagogue bootlicking. Them niggas didn't believe in Jesus. Them niggas didn't believe in the New Testament, and them niggas didn't believe in the Bible. And we sit back as Muslims and let a bunch of chump niggas try to come and as like they opposing what the messenger said. When the messenger teaching the white man, while he teaching the deaf, dumb, and blind.
Teach, brother.
Cause just like all you niggas say, where it say that in the Bible? It don't say it in the Bible. These niggas didn't accept it when the messenger said it in the 50s. Because the nigga can't go to the white man's library. The nigga can't find none of the scientists in 1956 co-signing what the messenger said. So the nigga gonna say, where we can find that? Where the source? How we do the read? Nigga, you don't know. Nigga, you half dead. You mentally dead. That's why God had to come. So God told the messenger that the earth was once, or the moon was once part of the earth. Let's go on with the message. He said, you might ask, who is this tribe of Shabazz originally? They were the tribe that came with the earth, or this part. 60 trillion years ago, when a great explosion on our planet divided it into two parts. One we call Earth and the other Moon. This was done by one of our scientists. It don't say it in the Bible, you Israelite nigga. You Hebrew nigga. Or you bootlicking small hat, or I could just say ex-small hat niggas. It ain't in the Bible. God came. Because it was his will that we know ourselves. It wasn't Jehovah's will. It wasn't Yahweh's will. It wasn't the Most High's will. It was Allah's will. Since it was his will, he came himself to teach us this divine knowledge that we supposed to have divine. Because this is the knowledge that we lack. And this is the knowledge that causes us not to experience freedom, justice, and equality. So let's go on even further with the white man. It says scientists discovered the moon is fundamentally linked to Earth through a giant impact hypothesis solidified by Apollo missions in the late 1960s, early 1970s, revealing the moon formed from debris after a Mars-sized impact hit the early Earth, flinging material that coalesced into the moon, explaining their similar compositions. So the white man, he had to go to the moon first.
Messenger ain't never been to the moon. Messenger ain't even been to school. Messenger only went, they say, to the 4th grade. We usually say 3rd. But the messenger actually went to the 4th. I remember I was listening to Malcolm X one time. He was teaching on the messenger's history. He was saying about how we usually say that the messenger went to the 4th grade or the 3rd grade. But he said he actually went to the 4th. But he said in Georgia, 3rd grade is 4th grade. So what's the difference? So the messenger didn't even go to school. Messenger had no higher learning. He said, all I know, I was taught by God himself. He said, I teach you from his mouth. He said, I'm like a telephone. He said, when you pick up the telephone, the voice on the other end you hear is Master Farad Muhammad. But on the telephone. So I'm giving you the truth straight from his mouth. So it was Master Farad Muhammad who taught us that the earth belongs to the black man. We didn't know that. It don't say that in the Bible. The Bible don't say the earth belongs to the black man. It say the earth belonged to the Lord. Since the black man was robbed of a knowledge of self, he don't know who the Lord is. That's how the white man put the Bible in a language that a slave would not understand. We didn't know that our history goes back 76 trillion years. We didn't know that. We didn't even know the earth was older than 6,000 years. Because that's the history that we get from the Bible. It's 6,000 years. But the white man said, even in his calculations, he said 4.5 billion years ago. That's when the moon was blasted out. But the messenger said it wasn't 4.5 billion. It was 66 trillion years. 66 trillion years ago, the black man had a scientist. How many of us knew that? Where it say that in the Bible? It don't say it in the Bible. But the message, just as calm. And that's the one thing that I say that I really admire about the message. When you do the history of the message, and you look at what he was saying in the 50s in these articles, he would just write, and sometime when you first reading it, you like, black people hardly believe that now. Right. Think about when he was saying, and he would write it like he write A, B, C, D, E, F, G. He writing it like it's common knowledge. He writing about the moon being blasted away like it's common knowledge. A scientist did it. Let's go to the message. He said, you might ask, who is this tribe of Shabazz? Originally, they were the tribe that came with the earth. It's like, what you mean came with the earth? How people gonna come with the earth? We ain't know, but he writing it like you writing a regular news article. They the people that came with the earth. He said, or this part, 60 trillion years. You talking to a people who still only believe that everything's 6,000 years old. And he talking 66 trillion years. In the Pittsburgh carrier with deaf, dumb, and blind Negroes. Don't even know they self. But he telling us that 66 trillion years ago, that the earth was blasted away. Then he goes on to say, he says 60 trillion years ago, when a great explosion on our planet divided it into two parts. One we call Earth, the other Moon. This was done by one of our scientists, not the white man. We as black people looking at the white man like he the master of the world. We looking at his scientists like if the messenger say something, we going to his science books. We going to his data, trying to see if Elijah is telling the truth. We don't want to accept that Allah taught him. We don't want to accept the fact who is better knowing than Allah.
Yes, sir.
The white man ain't better knowing than Allah. Allah know he is all known. Master Farad Muhammad is the author of truth. So the messenger said, he says this was done by one of our scientists, God. Another thing, we looking like, okay, now he's saying 66 trillion years. They be making fun of you. Because the messenger say we so dumb. We make fun of a person when we don't know we the fool. The white man wasn't making fun of the messenger. He's sitting back looking like, wow, that's something. You mean to say the earth, that's something, let's build something to go see. They ain't gonna tell the deaf, dumb, and blind nigga. They gonna give Bishop the Bible, old bus stop, and to tell the niggas this. We on our way to the moon. You tell the rest of these niggas about, you know, the God of Israel. We about to go see if Muhammad know what he talking about. So then the devil go up there and see like, oh, wow, oh, Muhammad. He know what he talking about. We can see that the same material that's on the moon is the same that's down there on earth. That old Muhammad. So then he try to figure out another way to discredit the message. Because they don't want us to believe and listen to the message. They want us to listen to niggas like Bishop. They want us to be thinking that if it don't say it in the Bible, it ain't true. So they let all these niggas stand on the corner talking about, then what the Bible say? The Bible. Turn to the book of this because the Bible say. When you don't even know the white man wrote it in a language that a slave would not understand. So the message, he keep going on, just writing it like he talking about ABCs and 1, 2, 3. He said, this was done by one of our scientists, God, who wanted the people to speak one language, one dialect for all, but was unable to do so. He decided to kill us by destroying our planet, but still he failed. We were lucky to be on this part, Earth, which didn't lose its water in the mighty blasting away of the part called Moon. So this be the thing that I admire about the message. Now he teaching us that the whole white race is a race of devils. He teaching us that they wicked and evil by nature. Then at the same time, he teaching us about Yaqub and this scientist that wanted to kill everybody on earth. The niggas will figure it out later. I'm just telling. He wanted to kill us all. He a righteous black man from the tribe of Shabazz who got fed up with niggas. Say, I'm gonna kill everybody on the earth. They'll figure it out later. So he tell us that he was upset because that don't even seem that serious. He wanted the people to speak the same dialect, but he was unable to do it. So he decided, I'm gonna kill all of them. So the messenger said, I believe he said the dynamite that he used was 30% or 30 times stronger than what we have today. He said he went to the center of the earth, put the dynamite in, and it blew it up, and that's what we call the moon. But he's saying it like it's ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. He ain't trying to, this is what it is. This is what God told me, and this is what I'm telling you. Then the messenger go on. He say, we the tribe of Shabazz, says Allah, were the first to discover the best part of our planet to live on. The rich Nile Valley of Egypt and the present seat of the holy city Mecca, Arabia. He says the origin of our kinky hair. Another. Because you got the nigger Israelites. Because we under the chief hypocrite, Louis Eugene. So this hypocrite was talking about the origin of our kinky hair. And every time this hypocrite opened his mouth, he say something that the enemies can use against the message. So the hypocrite was talking about the origin of our kinky hair in such a way, he making it seem like the dissatisfaction was the kinky hair, when that wasn't the dissatisfaction. He talking about, messenger say, which he did, once upon a time, our hair used to be like our eyebrows. It used to be straight. But that had nothing to do with the dissatisfaction. But he's leading you to believe that's what the problem was with Shabazz, the dissatisfied scientist. But when you listen to the message, it ain't had nothing to do with the kinky hair. The dissatisfaction was between the scientists. Shabazz wanted to make a people strong and hard to conquer the wild beasts in the jungles of East Asia.
That's right.
That was the dissatisfaction. And our kinky hair originate from that dissatisfaction.
That's right.
That's what the messenger taught. But the hypocrite, and he see all these niggas using what he don't never try to clear none of his people. They just let him. When he be talking about that true children of Israel stuff, he don't never say the true Jehovah is Master Farad Muhammad. The true Moses is the messenger.
That's right.
And the true children of Israel is the black man. You don't leave nothing out. But the hypocrite leave it out. He let the Israelite niggas use what he say to mislead the black man. Then you got all the rest of these chump coward niggas. Stand around and just watch. Let's go on even further than that. So the messenger writing all this information like it's ABC 123 in 1950. So he said, we the tribe of Shabazz, says Allah, were the first to discover the best part of our planet to live on. The rich Nile Valley of Egypt and the present seat of the holy city Mecca, Arabia. The origin of our kinky hair, says Allah, came from one of our dissatisfied scientists 50,000 years ago, who wanted to make all of us tough and hard in order to endure the life of the jungles of East Asia, Africa, and to overcome the beast there. But he failed to get the others to agree with him. So that's another thing that when you read the message, most stuff that's like, so you told us that the black man made the earth. You mean you got some animals in Asia or in Africa he can't conquer? Why he gotta make people hard and strong? Don't they already the earth? How that? Just raise more questions. But he writing it like ABC 123. They'll figure it out. Because the messenger one time, I was listening to him. He said, I can give you the knowledge. He said, but the understanding comes from Allah. So I'm getting it in your ears. If you got a pure heart, you want the truth, Allah will guide you to what you guide yourself to.
Teach, brother minister.
So if you want the truth, I'm putting it in this paper. If your heart is right and you walk towards the truth, Allah will guide you to what you guide yourself to.
Praise be to Allah.
So the messenger just was writing it like ABC 1, 2, 3. People think he crazy. 66 trillion years ago. This scientist blew the moon. Then the white man could like, oh. We just take that stuff and add it to our thing, acting like, never give a messenger no credit. So let's go on even further with the message. It says, but he failed to get the others to agree with him. He took his family and moved into the jungle to prove to us that we could live there and conquer the wild beasts, and we have. So, being the first and the smartest scientists on the deportation of our moon, and the ones who suffered most of all, Allah has decided to place us on top with a thorough knowledge of self and his guidance. So this was the message, teaching us about this knowledge that we lack. We lack the knowledge of self. But he told us God came. And God was the one who was giving us all this wisdom that we didn't know before. So then the messenger goes on even further than that. This comes from the June 21st, 1958 Pittsburgh Carrier. It's called The Origin of God Being a Spirit and Not a Man. He says the belief in a God other than man, a spirit, Allah has taught me, goes back into the millions of years, long before Yaqub, the father of the devils, because the knowledge of God was kept as a secret from the public. This is the first time that it has ever been revealed. And we, the poor, rejected, and despised people, are blessed to be the first of all the people of earth to receive this secret knowledge of God. We blessed. We knew before the white man knew that the moon was blasted away. They didn't know that. They didn't know it till the late 60s, early 70s. We were the first to know that 1 meal a day was the way we were supposed to eat. We were the first to know.
Yes.
We were the first to know that the black man is God.
Yes.
We were the first to know.
Yes, sir.
And we blessed to be first. To know this secret knowledge of God.
Yes, sir.
So when the message wrote about how to eat to live, he always say, from God in person, Master Farad Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
Because he that telephone. Whatever he say, we hear what he's saying, but it's Master Farad Muhammad. He the one. So when the messenger told us about how to eat to live, he said from God in person, Master Farad Muhammad. So when the black man first started getting this knowledge, this is from the New York Amsterdam News, Saturday, August 14, 1971. It say Muslims advocate, not the nigga Hebrew, not the health guru, not the doctors, but the Muslims. But all the niggas take what the messenger taught, add it to their stuff, and don't give him no credit. But the messenger say, I'll be the winner. Well, I'm living today.
That's right.
You niggas can take the messenger's teachings and add it to everything that nigga bust stop doing. He said, who is better knowing than Allah? Messenger, when I was reading it made me happy. The messenger say it's a humiliating chastisement for the disbelief. I want to be a part of it. I say it on these videos because I pray when it happens, I'm there. I want to remind niggas. Go listen to my video I was 10, 15 years ago. I was waiting for this day for you niggas. I was waiting, nigga. Them niggas could be old in their hospital bed. I'll be in the hospital. Nigga, I've been waiting on this day, nigga. Nigga, you be old with breathing tube, niggas. I've been waiting on this day, nigga. I was listening to you. I can't speak for these other coward Muslims, but I've been listening to you niggas. I listened to what you say for years. I don't care, nigga, you got one more damn nigga, I kick that nigga's hospital bed over, nigga. I've been waiting for this, nigga. You ain't getting away. Care how long it take. Messenger in the Hadith to live talked about that drop of water. He said it don't look like little drops of water that continuously fall on iron will one day rust a hole through the iron. When them niggas look at little old Khalil Shabazz, that little nigga don't look like what he's saying about Muhammad. Gonna one day rust a hole in all you lying niggas. So keep lying. Keep ignoring us. Keep thinking ain't nothing gonna happen. But the messenger said, just like he said here, he wrote it, one day these niggas gonna see. Just like he said that one day these niggas gonna see. I just hope I'm with whoever humiliating these niggas. So in the message was telling us about how to live. When the black man was first accepting this knowledge, they say Muslims advocate eating only 1 meal per day. And our subject is still, who are we? Are we the tribe of Shabazz or are we the tribes of Israel? I ain't forgot. So let's go on any further with the message. They say Hadith to Live, a book written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, has become one of the fastest selling books in New York City, in New York City's black community. Before they really knew what it was, they like, oh, he talking about hell. They ain't know how it was going to explode. So they don't even know what to hate on yet, because it's still new. All them Israelite niggas hating on them, like, oh, we been eating kosher. To hell with that 1 meal a day. That ain't nothing. We following the law of Moses. They don't know the law of Moses expired. It expired 2,000 years when Jesus came with the gospel. Jesus' stuff expired when Master Farad Muhammad came. That's why the Muslims turn the hearts of the black man. It says in Malachi, behold, I will send you Elijah, and he will turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the hearts of the children to the fathers. It was the message.
Yes, sir.
He the one who turned our hearts. You can look at the documented facts when he started turning our hearts, because he been writing about how to live. But in 71, 4 more years to live. Now people finally catching on. But they giving the Muslims credit now, because they don't even know what it is. They just seeing how it's changing black people. But they don't know how it's going to explode. So they giving the Muslims all the credit. Muslims out, they won't say that today. With this 1 meal a day intermittent fasting, it's the doctors now. It's all the health guru niggas. It's the Israelites. It's everybody but the message. So they say, how to live. A book written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad has become one of the fastest selling books. All the niggas want it. So they can start acting like, I'm fast. Look at my skin. It ain't them Muslims. We always knew. That's how they do. But it was the message. It was the fastest selling book in New York City's black community. Muslims are buying this bestseller, but the bulk of the purchases are being made by young black adults and non-Muslim housewives. So them she-brews, them niggas she-brews was getting. Let me get this how to live. The nigga she-brew. Not a nigga she-brew cooking on Instagram, TikTok. The nigga she-brew. But we got the history. It said Muslims are buying it, but the bulk of the purchases are being made by young black adults and non-Muslim housewives. They have become aware of the health benefits of the Muslims we're eating. Not the doctor, not the Hebrew, not the Jew, but the Muslims we're eating. Because the messenger said, who better know him? Who better know him but Allah? He the best know. And we lucky to be the first to get this secret knowledge of God.
Yes, sir.
So it goes on to say, it says they become aware of the health benefits of the, and that's another thing about the message. He freely gave information.
Yes.
He just told you where he got it from. He writing it in the Muhammad Speaks. But to make it more convenient for niggas, because I'm going to call you what, the messenger ain't call you niggas, but he got ministers. Messenger would sit back sometime, say, I want to hear my ministers. They like a ball of fire. These brothers you hear today, where the balls of fire at?
Yes, sir.
That nigga Bishop need to hear a ball of fire. What that nigga need. One time I was listening to Farrakhan in the 72. He said, yeah, I said nigga. He said niggas don't need a soft mouth. Niggas need a hard mouth. That's what a nigga need. Niggas need balls of fire. So the message, it says they have become aware of the Muslim, because the messenger, that's what I was saying. The messenger was writing these articles in the Muhammad Speaks newspaper to show how much he loved the black man. He said to make it easy for him. So they won't have to go back and collect all the Muhammad Speaks newspapers with all them articles that I done wrote throughout the year. Let me put all the articles in the book for the nigga.
That's right.
For these niggas. That's how a nigga do you. You always got to remember how these niggas did to Messenger to see how a nigga will do you. You start talking this old my black brother stuff with these niggas if you want. I ain't doing it. These niggas.
Teach, brother Moses.
These niggas do to the message. Chief niggas, this hypocrite Louis Eugene.
Teach.
You got all these brothers with you and you ain't whooping these niggas' heads. You a hypocrite.
That's right.
That's what that nigga is. The first nigga you go see to see how they do the messenger is this nigga. This old senile hypocrite Louis Eugene.
Teach, brother Moses.
All the messenger done did. All these Muslims just sit back and let niggas just take it. Don't say nothing, not us. We gonna fight for the messenger to the end. So to make it easy for all these thieving niggas, these non-appreciative niggas, the messenger was the one who put it in book form. So you can easily just go to it from buying the book. He took all them articles he used to write for decades and put it in the book.
That's right.
For the nigga. But when the nigga get it, he steal it and had it for himself. All these Israelite niggas breaking down the pig. Talking about how the pig affect the black man. It don't say that in the Bible.
No.
The Bible don't tell you the effects of the pig. It just say it don't chew up the cud.
Yeah.
That's all it say.
Right.
Now these niggas talking about the porkworm. Niggas talking about parasites. It caused rheumatism. It caused arthritis. These niggas is quoting the book verbatim. But the chump nigga won't give the messenger no credit talking about you from the tribe of Israel. Well, then follow that garbage that them Israelite niggas would follow. If you the tribe of Israel. Keep following Moses. Keep going down the street telling the black man you shouldn't eat pork because it don't chew up the cud. It don't divide at the hoof. Let's go on even further with the message. So they go even further to say, they have become aware of the health benefit of the Muslims' way of eating. Generally speaking, the Muslims look much younger than their actual age. Generally speaking. This is a rule among Muslims. Not a Jew. Not the health guru nigga. But the Muslim. Generally speaking, the Muslims look much younger than their actual age. Muslim women wear no cosmetics and need none to hide pimples or skin eruptions. The Muslim one, not the nigga she broke. But all the old traitor, coward nigga Muslims just turn their head while the nigga Shebrew talking about I'm an Israelite woman. This chief hypocrite got all these people, he ain't whooped no head. We ain't seen a busted lip. Not one black eye. Go listen to this hypocrite when the messenger was alive. The first time I ever heard how you supposed to love the messenger was from this hypocrite. Gotta give him credit. Because I love reading his articles. I love reading all the ministers' articles when the messenger, when the Muhammad speaks. You couldn't be no chump, FOI then, like we can be now. You had MGT watching that or write an article on that coward nigga, and you got a minister. Farrakhan was the one to say, demonstrate your love.
That's right.
All these chicken-hearted nigga Muslims sitting around with your mouth, nah, not with the message. You got ministers in the temple looking at niggas. You mean to tell me you got a nigga out here dogging the messenger you niggas say you believe? No, nigga, demonstrate your love, nigga. It's easy to say how much we love the messenger, but we gon' see when we see what you do to these niggas who mud washing.
That's right.
That's when we see. We don't see nothing when you sitting down with your mouth closed. We don't see you doing nothing when all you want to talk about is the easy stuff. Unity. That's the biggest chicken-hearted subject to talk about. Unity. I don't want unity with none of these niggas. You don't like the messenger, we don't like you. We got to get back to the raw stuff. We do. It wasn't, you think I'm lying? Go look at that history. There's so much I could say. But let's move forward. So it say, no cosmetics, a clear complexion without the aid of cosmetics, gels, and bleaching creams is the order of the day in the Muslim community. Not with these Israelites, not with the guru nigga, not with all these Jews, with the Muslims. But today's Muslim. We want unity with the nigga who's stealing from the message. We want unity with the nigga who mud washing the message. We want unity with the Israelite. Think I'm lying? Go to TikTok. Type in Israelite NOI. Listen to what these chicken-hearted niggas be saying about an Israelite. Then listen to what the Israelites say about the Muslim. Dog the Muslim. They had one I saw. These Israelites, not only IUIC, but ISUPK do it too. They love doing it. Them lost finders who like Islam. They like to have them on video. Throwing Qurans in the garbage. Taking off their Allah chains and throwing them in the garbage. They videotape it for the chicken-hearted nigga Muslim.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
All these hypocrites. I was listening to the labors meet. Messenger say, you get the hypocrite out.
I want you to remember this. Hypocrites. You must not allow no hypocrite to hang around in your temple. When you see a hypocrite or one getting weak, let him go. If you don't have nobody left but you and the minister.
Say, Captain, that's your job. He said, I don't care if ain't nobody in there but you and the minister. You get the hypocrite out. I believe I with my whole, get them hypocrite niggas out.
Yes.
You talk about hypocrites. You tell people the characteristic of a hypocrite. And one of the characteristics is a closed mouth. That's the characteristics of a hypocrite. Go read Farrakhan's Demonstrate Your Love. It's easy to say how much we love the message. But we won't know until you demonstrate your love. That's what you always got to remember. Love ain't nothing you say. Love is something you demonstrate.
That's right.
Telling me you love the messenger, you got all these Israelites dogging them. But your subject is unity. You want to talk about who coming for Savior's Day. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about Bishop. Care who don't like it. I don't talk about Trump. I don't talk about none of his policies. I talk about the message. I talk about the Israelite every single week. Let you know. Just to save all you the trouble to be coming around talking about you, I'm still talking about. Next week I'm gonna be talking about, just to let you know. This week I'm gonna go on social media, look what these niggas was saying about Islam this week, and next week I'm talking about these niggas again. I'm gonna keep talking about these niggas. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care how many come. I don't care who attracted to it. It don't make me no difference. Just like when the messenger was writing his order, I don't care if they believe or not. Believe what you want to believe. You do all you can to get the lost found. We've been doing what we can.
Yes.
But we only can do what we can.
Yes.
We can't break their neck. We can't change who we are for them.
No.
Messengers say, make yourself ready. Ain't changing nothing for nobody. If this too much for you, go with Lewis.
That's right.
Go with some of these brothers talking about unity. So you can unite with hypocrites. So them hypocrites can do to you what Wallace did to them. But you will be with the big numbers. All the lost founds come to Farrakhan. He the biggest hypocrite on the planet.
Yep.
He get all the lost found. He be hating. He come in here for say, you think we care? Nope. We still gonna talk about the Israelites every week. We still gonna call these niggas niggas. We don't care what you think now. We don't care what you're gonna think February 26th. Just gotta give it to you straight. It be long overdue. I get sick of listening to them come at me.
This is Kevin Ali on IG. Is at @RKevinAli. And he hit my inbox. He hit my DM with this message. Is this the West Coast Cam who was on the program with Sadnetta and Khalil? If so, and you want to have a discussion with somebody who follows the messenger but doesn't follow Minister Louis Farrakhan, you are now talking to somebody who would be a better representation of that. Because Khalil has very little experience and very little training. Ouch. I hope y'all ain't from the same organization. He was basically made a minister by his mother-in-law. Dang, Gina. He was basically made a minister by his mother-in-law. His mother-in-law made him a FOI minister. If you want to reach out and have a discussion, I'd be open to that. In the meantime, you can take a look at one of my lectures to give you an idea of my background and credentials. I'm like, oh, okay. Word. You're reputable. You're reputable from these spinoff FOI streets. So my My reply to him was, yes, this is West Coast Cam that was on Sonetta's program. Is Khalil a member of your organization? Seeing as you seem to know personal info about him, his training level, and who made him a minister, i.e. his mother-in-law. If he is a member of your org or organization, can you tell me exactly what your organization's name is? What is the name of your organization? And exactly who is y'all's living leader? Who is y'all's living leader, y'all's top authority? And are you willing to get on IG Live with me or YouTube Live with me today, ASAP? So I never heard of none of them. You know what I'm saying? So of course, what I did is I went and found let me see if I can do it on here. I went to his page. Yeah, I wish I didn't. I really wished I didn't. But let me see if I can find it over here.
I do. I wasn't going to say nothing about it, but I am, since we on the subject. This week, as we wrap it up, I ain't even get to finish all out, but I'm going to finish with this. This week, I made a video about Marcus Garvey. All these brothers, I've been posting this stuff about Bishop for years. These brothers don't say nothing. Nothing at all. So I say Marcus Garvey is a failure, or I say as Garvey failed, Muhammad's success. That's what I said. Responding to what Israelite and the Marcus Garvey people say about the message. So the Marcus Garvey people say that the messenger and the MDT and the FOI get what we get from them. That's what they say. Then the Israelite take what they say and turn to us and say, look, all this stuff Elijah Muhammad got, he got from Marcus Garvey. So me being me, I make a video to defend the message. Here come the chicken-hearted chump niggas. Because they so tough when they come against a belief. That's a characteristic of a hypocrite.
That's what it is.
That's what the messenger said. A characteristic of a hypocrite is when you turn around and try to get other people to go against a believer. Can't nothing about Marcus Garvey. It's the message.
That's right.
Give it to you straight. I love the message. I don't care nothing about Marcus Garvey. I don't care about none of them. It's the message.
Teach, brother.
I respect Marcus Garvey. But if I'm choosing one, I'm choosing the message.
That's right.
I ain't choosing Marcus Garvey. And the people who follow Marcus Garvey don't like it, don't like it. But you got the Muslims who don't say nothing to defend the messenger. But when they see a believer doing, now here they come. Instead of the people who Muslims who respond saying, well, brother, he trying to defend the messenger, they chime in. But when I'm talking about Bishop, don't none of them niggas say nothing. When I'm on them interviews with Bishop and all the rest of them, then the nigga come. He didn't explain this clear enough. That's a hypocrite.
That's what it is.
Then they put up a sign of the real Muhammad. There in Mecca, Arabia, they call it the little black stone. I looked at it. I made 7 circles around it. I kissed the little black stone, but I didn't like to kiss it because I knew what it meant. It means that the people will bow to the real black man that is coming up out of uneducated people who have not the knowledge of the Bible and Holy Quran, And that's why they made that stone an unhewn stone. He will be uneducated. So I was there kissing the sign of myself, and I was afraid to tell them that this me you were talking about here.
Sometimes I get fed up. I'm human too.
That's right.
Be trying to work hard. And everything you do, here come a nigga, just leave me alone.
Right.
You see, I'm going to talk about the Israelites. I put the messenger above all these other leaders. So if you know I'm like that, leave me alone.
Right.
If you want to be sympathizing, talking about unity, or do that.
Yeah.
But leave me alone. Well, brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I leave you as I came in the nation of Islam, greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Brothers and sisters, we rise to prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Soul Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live. The alone that we serve and the alone seeks for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom thou bestow thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none deserve to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum